All right, now we have chapter 99 of Dr. Stone. 99. That really snuck up on me. But I'm really hoping that for chapter 100 we get something special. Some acknowledgement in kind of the meta level in the form of a color spread or something would be great. But I also feel like the time is perfectly ripe for a big kind of arc transition, big story climax, i.e., the ship that they are building sets off. The other thing that makes me think that is the first page of this chapter, the title page, where our intrepid, that's the word I want, right? Intrepid reporter girl is talking about the photo journal she's keeping of the Kingdom of Science developments. And it looks like this is going to be like a weirdly formatted chapter where we're actually just kind of looking at pictures she's taken and maybe some characters' commentary, which I think is great fun. A great way to kind of step outside the normal diegetic mode in order to really mark this transition that'll happen next chapter. And also a good way to have a time skip, because even though it looks like all of the stars are aligned and they're all steam ahead for building their ship, you know, they've got Ryusui working on the blueprint or the model. They've got all of the teams at full production power. They've got all of the resources and materials they need. I think even with all of that though, it's going to take a lot of time. It's not an overnight thing building a ship, not even for Frankie. So let's see what pictures she's taken. Stone World or not, we're going on an adventure to the other side of the Earth. As a reporter, it's my job to keep a record of the whole shipbuilding process using the camera Sankyu made for me. I love it. I love it. I'm really looking forward to this. Right, let's see her pictures. Ooh, is this a spread? Oh no, it's not. Okay, I love it. This is exactly what I wanted. The pictures, the commentary, the ability for us to have kind of like just like well framed shot after well framed shot of these sort of incidents, whereas normally manga and comics kind of have to interweave your really sort of cinematic standout shots with like transitional shots and like orientation shots and things like that. Oh, this is so much fun. All this experience. We're installing an on-deck casino. Now, settle down. Your desires do not encompass things like that when you talk about noble desires. I like the really photorealistic rocks and stuff in the background too. Again, just this real stone world vibe. Oh, there's so much to love about this. Look at that craftsmanship. Look at Mount Fuji in the background. Ooh, ooh. Okay, all right, move on. What a weird tool. Draw a picture. The other pencil draws the same line, but way bigger. There's a pantograph that blows up the image 48 times larger. Crazy brute strength. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, man. This is so cool. Possible that the Nazca lines and such are also drawn out in this way. Whoa! Whoa! What? Is that like a common theory? I had never heard that before. That's mind-blowing to me. Oh, that's so cool. I love this thing. I love this thing. I love this thing. This must be something that somebody has actually made. A pantograph that large. I've only ever seen like little pantographs before, which I always thought were super cool. But the super giant pantograph, so cool, so cool. Full-sized blueprint. Modify the ship parts we've already got. It's how they used to build ships in the past. Okay, so they've definitely done this before. It's so cool. Dekai, Dekai. I love it. The commentary has started giving me weird diegetic problems though. And you know that I am the foremost diegesis nerd. So when are they talking about this? Okay, the picture is taken. We're looking at the picture. I thought the dialogue was them commenting on the picture, right? But then in this picture, it's like the characters are talking, and then they're talking like inside the picture. But then in this picture, he's like looking at the picture and talking about the picture. Oh, the diegesis is breaking. The diegesis is breaking. No one else cares. No one else cares but me about the diegetic constraints of what we're seeing. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. So we're out of the photo essay mode already. That surprises me. I actually thought they were going to keep it up all chapter. I thought it was going to be like a very, very special chapter in that regard, but that's okay. Whew. All right, now my diegesis senses have stopped flaring up so much, and now I can like just enjoy this as a normal comic again. Anyways, here's another nice diegetic break. It's another one of our roadmaps. This, of course, represents something that Senkyu has written on paper or something, but we can imagine it as just like a magic infographic that appears in everyone's head. Okay, so we got a lot of tools and technology. I assumed that we really had everything to go, but it's more that we have like the really hard stuff, oil, we have already. But making a massive engine, that of course isn't trivial. Getting steel isn't trivial. They have their GPS with the little Google Maps icon for it. Crazy, crazy. I'm all about this. Anytime they have these little roadmaps and stuff. But my feeling is that we're probably going to cover this in like one chapter, you know? It feels like we're really accelerating into the boat. And for them to pump the brakes here and be like, all right, it's time for the boat building arc. See you in another 10 chapters when we're actually going to hit the sails. No. I think it's going to happen like next chapter that they set out. What we need is time, yeah. Gigantic steel engine, which means we're on this road for the long haul. Winter's coming and will slow us down. Yeah, I might as well document this whole masterpiece. Yep. So we're getting a time skip. They're going to kind of go through winter, I bet. Show me, yeah, Winter Wonderland. Nice little winter montage. Wasn't kidding. I want it all. Work and play. Skis and snowboards, both of which are for sale. Going so fast, you look like a glowing ghost in the photos, Kokaku. Kokaku never having invented this on her own. The idea of sliding around the snow. Even crows have figured that out. You can watch crows play in the snow, make themselves little sleds. It's very awesome. Oh, Valentine's! Whoa! I like that this is both a time-killing montage, incidental new technology montage, and like a money-making montage as they just extract more and more money from Rusui. Electrosis nets us pure ozone. Toss in some bay leaf extract to get essence of vanilla by brute force. For real? Huh. Are these things really needed to make chocolate? I guess if you don't have cocoa beans, this is the kind of thing you resort to. All right, fun. Look, Ruri giving Chrome a Valentine. How cute. So I'll just photos of us messing around. There's no ship building pictures in here. All work and no play makes for a dull civilization. Hey, I wonder what that was in the original. I really am genuinely very curious because that to me is like a very, very, I guess not super niche, but like niche-ish Western expression. So I'm curious what the Japanese equivalent is. Anyways, besides this here could be our last. What does she mean by that? Is she really worried about Y-Man? Why would it be their last? This here could be our last. Anyways, I love all of these shots. I love that she has a little photo lab here. I like that Kinro is hanging out in the photo lab. I guess now that he's got glasses, he's super into seeing stuff. This here could be our last. What does that mean? Probably by the end of the chapter we'll find out. That's my guess. Feel free to add your own captions too. This is the Kingdom's photo album. Oh my god, I love it. Look, they have a little science academy for the kids. Suika is making little helicopter things. You know, those little whoosh. Love adding text to sticker photo booths. Hola! The super buff girl that's secretly a big Idol fan is able to draw so cute. I love it. Her handwriting is super cute. Well, even Magma is in the science school. He wants to learn more about science because he keeps getting owned by science. Oh, great, great, great. It's the 3-meter tall furnace, our biggest ever. Burning charcoal saps the iron ore of oxygen so that pure iron settles on the bottom. Feeding out of the rotary kiln and togging in oxygen produced by electrolysis makes impurities like phosphorus and silicon rise to the top so we can filter them out. So we can get pure iron. It's not exactly your usual sticker photo test. I love it. This isn't the typical photo booth picture either, but it's a pretty badass shot. This looks like it would be a fantastic Magic the Gathering art, I think, for some awesome mana producing artifact. Truly awesome. Hard work transforming our old lowly pig iron into sturdy steel that can take a beating and then some. Better be sturdy or a massive engine is going to explode. And Senkyu actually looking a little worried. I don't know if it's just heat from this gigantic kiln that's making him sweat, but he's like, oh, wait a minute. We better not have our engine explode. Improve our crafting tools while we're at it. Ooh, a lathe. Very cool. A level 2 lathe. A level 3 lathe. It's a long, hard process towards full-blown manufacturing. Senkyu studying his level 2 lathe. Feeling maybe not quite enough. Lathes, I think, are super cool. The level 1, of course, you can see it just spins very quickly, and it's up to you applying sharp pressure in order to carve things out as it spins. So you get really good like rotational symmetry, as long as you're somewhat steady. But of course, there's still a lot of imprecision, given that it's just your hand applying it. So then you start moving into things that have like a more kind of lateral type thing where you can like kind of crank it along. This is the second thing, of course, we can see, and then it's in a very precise lateral position too. And then the level 3 lathe, do we get to see that? What could that be? I love the shot at the bottom too, with Senkyu scrutinizing it, studying hard, and Chrome looking at him with such admiration, but like really trying to help. Like you can tell that he's really trying to help here, I think. That he's staring at Senkyu and he's like, what is he trying to figure out? What the heck has he been talking about for the last 10 minutes? And how can I possibly, with even just one step, get a little bit involved? Senkyu and the rest are pouring their sweat and tears into work. We're out hunting bugs. I caught a Kuwagata beetle. Wow. Kuwa. Oh, they're trying to get silkworm? Something else I desire before we go to see bathing suits and Ginro in a very diegetic breaking moment, intrigued by the idea of bathing suits, because it's diegetic breaking because like if they haven't been invented yet, how do you know what it is? I guess maybe he just inferred it by the name. Water clothing. I don't know. Are you ready for the fan service spread? Oh, you know what? It's not as absurdly fan servicey as I thought it would be. It's just pretty fan servicey. Is that Kohaku repeatedly diving through the waves over there? Again, some very photorealistic waves and photorealistic backgrounds and stuff. It's very cool. It has like a very scrapbooky type effect, you know, in that it really feels like the photos are taking place in reality. Like it really brings home the physical objectness of these photos that they're producing. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So they've made silk clothing now. They basically look like modern humans in their dress, except for this rope in her hair, I guess. And Suika cosplaying as a watermelon. Nice. Oh, look at the photo board. Oh my god. Oh, that's so lovely. And then keep working and working. This beauty only took us a year. So we have a year time skip. We finished quicker than I thought. I've heard that line before. Wyman was kind enough to leave us alone this whole time. But to go look for him across the world with our sailing ship. It's almost time to set sail for those who are going. Rather than for a picnic that's finally done, I want everyone to shout with the boat. Who picks his one before we even meet? Goodbye. Ah, yeah, not everyone's shipping out. Yeah, yeah. So I feel like this chapter and probably some of the next chapter will be spent a little bit on, nostalgia and sentimentality and saying goodbye, probably for quite a long haul for the characters that are saying goodbye in the village. Unless I could see like a parallel plot line involving their adventures with, you know, um, what's his name? The guy in prison. Homura and Hyoga busting out of prison or something. I could see them doing like a parallel plot line with that while our other crew is out sailing. So I wonder who's going and who's staying. It seems like the reporter girl is assuming that she's staying, but I think they're going to want to take her along. This past year may be our last one together. Ah, you may never see each other again, so I think that's worth a picture. Yeah, of course, that's what she meant. One in charge of selecting who you revived. Dear Minami became acquainted with practically everyone here. 10 billion% sure that we're going to solve the big mystery and return from the other side of the world. Again, the 10 billion% being his sort of way of expressing his cheat code level intelligence, which of course is probably the most absurdly unrealistic part of this entire series, including the mass petrification. So when he says something like that, it almost feels like meta commentary. Like the author himself is coming out and saying, like, don't get too sad. This is a manga. It's going to have a happy ending. So yay, let's look forward to that, solving the big mystery and coming back from the other side of the world. Aww, crying but smiling. Let me take just one picture with everyone in it. Technically. Ooh, I foresaw this exact situation. Francois has made what looks to be an insane Rube Goldberg-esque machine using a titrating tank dripping water into a deer scare, which then hits this thing, which hits the camera shutter, I suppose. And then there's some other doohickey type stuff going on over there. All right, everyone's cramming into the photo. Are you ready? This is going to be beautiful. I'm so excited for this. Everyone's standing out in front of their big ship. And I've talked at length about the romance of the big shipbuilding. I just love it. I just love it. Okay. All right. It's a spread, of course. Whoa, it's big. Oh, it's so big. Look at that. It's got the radar dish. It's got the flag. It's got the big engines. And everyone is, there's so many people. They like barely fit. But I love it. Oh. Nice. Nice. All right. There's our ship. We did it. It took a year, but we did it. On September 10th, 5741. Oh, I like this. I really like this framing where first they show everyone at a distance, and you can kind of make out their expressions and stuff. You can see Gen's tricky little cat's face here. But then, afterwards, they cut to the close-ups. The Perseus was completed. All right. Hooray, hooray. Next chapter hits April 7th. I thought there would be like another chapter today, March 31st. Are they taking a break, perhaps? I guess it's a worthy time to take a break. Because next chapter is chapter 100. It's going to be the departure. I'm almost sure of it. It's going to be moving, sentimental, adventurous, and launching us forward into a brand new arc. Just like in One Piece, where chapter 100 coincided with sailing over Reverse Mountain and entering the Grand Blue. Here, too, will they finally enter the rest of the world, out of Japan at last, solving the fundamental mysteries of the series. And yeah, from here, who knows? Who knows what could happen? Are we going to see more characters? Are we going to see all sorts of seafaring adventures? Are we going to see exploration of other places, ruined cities, things lost to time and nature? I don't know, man. The sky is the limit. Okay. Let's eagerly await the next chapter, even if it's still a week away, as it seems. Okay, bye-bye.